Alright, let's get into this battle. It's an interesting match today. So I'm leading off with my Uxie, as I normally do. And he's leading off with Scyther. And I'm just going to switch directly into Weezing, and let me explain this. Alright, sometimes I have stayed in with Uxie, but I didn't want to go for the rocks first turn because he could just go for like the X-Scissor or the U-turn, or the Bug Bite or whatever they have, and just do a lot of damage to me. Probably like do like a too good of a chunk of damage to me. And then he can just rapid spin the rocks away. So that's basically like losing my Uxie for no good cause. And instead, I'm gonna go into Weezing to take the hit. And unfortunately, he doesn't go for the X-Scissor or the U-turn like I thought he would. He goes for the knockoff and gets my Black Sledge, which Weezing doesn't mind because he's kind of used to it. And I am able to find out that he's not Bandit or Scarfed, which I assume most Scythers are for some reason. But I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb, knowing he's probably not going to want to go into Muck. So I'm going to try to just poison anything, and if he stays in, I'll get some nice damage off. So I'm going to switch out into my Uxie because I know that I pair very well against Claydol. He can't really touch me at all other than like Toxicking me, and I'm just going to be able to get my rocks up for free basically as he goes into Scyther. And here I'm thinking that it's pretty obvious to go into my Weezing. He can probably 2-hit KO me with Aerial Ace, so I'm in fact going to stay in and go for the Yawn. He does go for the Aerial Ace, probably anticipating me to go into Weezing. But I am able to get the Yawn off, and that basically forces him to switch. And now I knew he was going to go into Claydol, so I wanted to get this Yawn off very badly. I don't care if he stays in or switches out at this point because the Scyther will be at half health if he switches out. But if he stays in, he will be put to sleep. That is why I love the double Yawn. It basically forces something to sleep unless they have something that is immune to sleep. And so I do not want to switch out. I just want to stay in and go for the Psychic. I see that the Claydol's not leftover, so that kind of confused me. I was wondering what item he was, but it doesn't really matter. He's going to get the rapid spin off, but he is going to fall asleep. So this is going to allow me to get the rocks up and probably easily take out Claydol. He does switch out, so I know that when he switches back in, he won't be able to attack for one turn at least. And he brings in the Scyther, which is actually a good play as I get my rocks up. And now I kind of blanked out on this turn. I go into my... Actually, I didn't blank out. I knew he was going to go for the knockoff. Yeah, that's right. I was thinking clearly. I knew he was going to go for the knockoff. I go into my Weezing, and unless he got... I'm pretty sure he had to get max damage for an Aerial Ace to take me out. So I'm just going to be able to Pain Split safely. And... yeah, the Scyther was very scary. I would definitely I made it a priority to have the rocks up so that it could not, because it's bulky, man. With the Violate, that thing is bulky. If you don't have rocks up and you don't have a good way of taking it on, then it can be tough to take out. So I'm going to go into my Kecleon as it sleeps the first turn. I know he's going to go for the Rapid Spin, and he's faster than me, so I'm not even going to hassle with this. I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch to take him out. Good thing Rapid Spin is an attack. I could have gone for the Shadow Sneak, but it wasn't. I don't even think it had a chance to take it out unless it got max damage. He brings in his Muck. I'm like, okay, I don't really want to go into Weezing just because. I mean, I don't have a good enough reason. And I go for the knockoff and get his Assault Vest off, so he must be running that other ability. And he actually gets the crit freeze. What is this? Oh, I meant to pause it, but because I was like, what the heck am I gonna do now? A freaking crit freeze? That's crap. I was just like, that's crap. You gotta choose one or the other. But I'm like, okay, then if that's gonna happen, I don't have a reason to keep Kecleon. No reason to switch out to take pointless damage. I'll just fodder my Kecleon and then go from there. But I'm able to unthaw and take out the Muck, so I figured that was a fair trade. Taking out Claydol and Muck, because I was trying to think of why I need Kecleon, and I need Kecleon to take out certain Pokemon. Now, he's not going to be able to switch in, but he took out the Rapid Spinner, and so Kecleon effectively took out the Scyther, because with the team of Uxie, they were able to... I reached my goal with Kecleon, so I figured I would let him stay in and die. I could have gone for the Shadow Sneak here, but I went for the Sucker Punch. I don't know why I went... I guess, yeah... it makes sense because he's going to go for the Roost, and so I wouldn't die. And so now, unfortunately, I'm going to be able to give him a little more HP than he would have been at, and that kind of sucks. But I should have gone for the knockoff. I guess I shouldn't have. I mean, it doesn't really matter at all because he's still at a low amount of health. And I was balls to the wall bringing in my Weezing right there. And I knew, in case he wanted to go for the Roost, I just stayed in and went for the Pain Split. I don't want to let this guy live any longer. And I'm going to go into my Magneton knowing the strongest thing he has to hit me with is knockoff, which, I mean, come on. I really wanted this Scyther gone. And it gives me the advantage with it being 3 to 4, although my Uxie is very low and about to die. So, now he has 3 Pokemon left, and he brings in Magneton. I'm like, okay, if it's Scarfed, he'll outspeed me and do something, but I'm just going to Volt Switch out and go into my Uxie. And I believe he goes for a Hidden Power on this excuse me. On this turn, I don't exactly remember. Let's find out. Or maybe even, yeah, he does go for the Hidden Power, and so it looks like it's Fire or Ground or something. No, it's not Ground because he hit me with it. So I'm going to go for the Yawn because nothing else is asleep, and I can potentially put this Magneton to sleep. And interestingly, he Thunder Waves on me, and I'm going to go for the Yawn on this next turn because he'll either take me out or switch out. And what he does is switch out. He doesn't have the Volt Switch, which is interesting. And he goes into Gorebyss, and unfortunately I don't hit my Yawn, so he's going to be able to get up the Shell Smash. So had I hit that Yawn, things would have been different already, but I mean, paralysis is like, what, 50% chance or something like that. So Shell Smash gets up, and I see that he's White Herb, not Lumberry, which is awesome. And I'm going to go for the Yawn, make him tired, and I didn't even cross my mind that he gets a Baton Pass. I completely 100% forgot. So I didn't go for the Yawn on this turn. I'm almost positive I don't go for the Yawn. And I go for the U-turn. Yes, that's right. And I go into my Cobra because I did a calc. Monferno's Mach Punch can take him out from like 70%, but not from the health that he's at unless got max. I'm not exactly sure. I might throw a calc down there. Go for the Sucker Punch, get a crit. I mean, I don't think it mattered because I still would have done enough to where Monferno would have been able to take him out with a Mach Punch, and I don't think he knows that. So, and he got the Freeze Hex and the Paralysis Hex, so, and the crit, so, yeah, whatever. So, Mach Punch takes him out. Awesome. No sweep today. That Gorebyss Baton Pass, I'm surprised that is not used more. That seems potentially very broken. So he brings in Gorebyss. My thought process was this man can get up the Shell Smash and then just straight sweep my team. So I didn't want to let that happen, so I was going to go for the Mach Punch. And looking from his perspective, I don't know. He can live a Mach Punch. He can live, basically, he knows I'm banded because of how much that did. But I could switch out and he can, even if I stay in, I guess, I'm slurring my words a lot here. I guess what he was thinking is if I go for the Mach Punch, this is what I was thinking. If I go for the Mach Punch, he Shell Smashes, I can take him out in 2 hits and then take out the Magneton. But he plays me, and I go for the Mach Punch. It doesn't do a lot, so actually I wouldn't have been able to take him out after a Shell Smash. He goes to the Scald and takes me out the crit. That didn't matter at all. So, okay, and then on this turn, I think I should have gone into Magneton, and I'm sure I did go into Magneton, actually. And I should go for the, yeah, I don't know what I should have done, but at this point, his Magneton is at a higher HP than my Magneton, and my Uxie is at dying range from like almost any hit. So I think what I should have done was Thunderbolted there, and then Volt Switched to got into my Uxie because I know I was faster. But I didn't do that, and actually I was thinking I could live a hit, but as you will see, a Thunderbolt is able to take me out cleanly. So, yeah, I had definitely lost this unless I got some crazy hacks. But that was a good match. It came down to that one play with Gorebyss, I think. And had I got the Yawn off, it might have been different. But this was another match that brought me down a lot in my elo. So I am losing these matches. The matches that I do lose seem to be very close or from a mistake that I made or for some one turn that was game changing. So I'm kind of having a lot of fun playing Pokemon these days, or these days today, and so I'm around like the high 1500s. I'm trying to get to like the 1600s. I don't think I've been there quite yet, but I'm working on it. If you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe, and you can like it if you liked it, and dislike it if you didn't like it. And yeah, thank you for viewing. Goodbye.